Students from Sam Houston State University are currently traveling through civil rights history this month, and today they are in Memphis, Tennessee, visiting the former Lorraine Motel, which was the assassination site of Martin Luther King Jr. in 1968. As they honor Dr. King, two students, victim studies major Ava Garrett and criminal justice major Jalen Bordeaux, are joining me today.
So tell us a little bit about your experience on the trip so far.
Yeah, so as you know, like the LEAP Center, we take this trip. It's an inaugural trip, so it happens every 4 years. And so we are going around, we're going to different historical sites, art museums, and we even went to the Mississippi State Capitol, where we actually got to see the House of Representatives kind of in action, being that the legislation is in session down there. So we're just kind of getting a whole little tour of the history.
It's a firsthand experience of what is happening right now. I mean, Jalen, we learn about this in our textbooks and we study it, but to actually be on site where some of these events take place takes it to a whole nother level.
Yes, it's almost more like trying to put yourself in their shoes at the moment and just seeing, like, reading about what they experience day to day is just very eye-opening, and it is definitely bringing it to a whole new level.
Now, what about this trip so far? I know you've seen some wonderful sights. What has touched you the most?
Getting to even go out and like travel to new places. And like you said, it is so much different than just being in a classroom and learning from a textbook. We're getting like that hands-on experience to actually see the history and see the art like in front of us. My biggest like takeaway from this whole thing has just been, just getting out there and just being away from the classroom. You can learn so much more.
The biggest lesson that I've learned is definitely being more positive, just trying to be more positive about life in college, especially during the time of COVID and with all the craziness around the presidency. It's like when you get to see and look back at what all the other people went through in your history and how you got here, how I was even able to be here today. It's really just like they went through way more trauma than we did. So I feel like just being more positive is a lesson that I learned.
And especially with these trying times, I'm sure it's just been a life-changing trip.
Yes.
From Memphis, Jalen and Ava, thank you so much for chatting with us on Houston Life. And we can't wait to have you in studio when things are safe. And you ladies have a happy new year, okay?
Thank you.
Thanks for having us on.